Hello, my name is Samantha Reiner. I am from Sullivan High School, Troop 855, and this is my presentation for Costume Design for It's a Wonderful Life, a live radio play by Joe Landry. The production takes place in Studio A of WBFR in Manhattan, New York on Christmas Eve, 1946. My director wanted to bring the community together, especially during these hard times, and to take a step back, where the U.S. was celebrating having won the war and not dealing with a global pandemic. During my high school career, I had fallen in love with the 1940s fashion. Knowing this, my director chose to set the play during my senior year during this time period, so I could take over the costume design of the show. The 1940s aesthetic has always inspired me as a designer, as it was one of my director's favorites, so I have been able to grow and learn about the profiles and silhouettes of the time, as well as the historical period. The mood for this play was cheery while using the rich jewel and earth tones of the 40s. This was due to the rationing of dyes and fabrics and textiles due to the war effort as well as the abundance of war dyes and textiles once the war was over. My research consists of both women and men's fashion, and also shoe styles at the time. For my female research, I make sure to devour in 1940s makeup, hairstyles, and the appropriate fashion. The same went for the male research. I wanted to make sure that each actor was able to embody a character that had its own designs and flair. The house crew and onstage crew would be able to wear period-appropriate shoes. However, the cast would need to be in a period-appropriate slippers due to the hot microphones. The script called for the actors to portray in professional radio stars. This meant that the actors would vocally portray multiple characters, however, physically they would not change their appearance. This included their costume. You can see this more in depth with the costume plot. The costume plot for this production was very simple. As the show consists of each actor portraying a single character, there were no costume changes and no set changes or day and evening changes. Due to COVID-19, our school had to shut down, and with that we had to cancel the spring musical. With this loss and being a self-funded program, our budget was hit dramatically. We could only purchase production rights and script costs. All costumes were pulled from storage, repurposed, and borrowed from other schools because everything else had to come at a zero cost. The overall design for the audience to enter the studios of WBFR the second they walked in the door. This included antique Christmas decorations in the lobby, our crew in period costumes, and everything running as if the radio was on air 24/7. As a production team, we met regularly to discuss what was needed for each crew and design team member in order to enhance this concept. Each morning, during the dress rehearsals and show week, I had our female actors put in hair curlers and wear them in all day in order to achieve that perfect victory robe look. Instead of going out and buying the line pantyhoses, which can be costly, to help with the budget, I had the female actors use eyeliner to draw the line down their others' legs and under their pantyhoses. The actors, once they arrived on set from the green room, would be in period-appropriate slippers, as to not cause loud footfalls as the microphones were very sensitive due to the production of live Foley sound effects. Here are my preliminary sketches. The first of this character is Sally Applewhite. This costume was originally sketched to be a fit and flare dress. The next is the character Lon Sherwood. This costume was sketched to appear more masculine, which is why the costume has the suit look. Next is the character Trixie Devine. This sketch is more of a mature look, however not as masculine. Next is Jake Lawrence, which is sketched to be the formal suit in a young GI back from the war. And finally, Ray Gordon, sketched as a sweater with a collared shirt underneath, a more youthful look and not yet affected by the war. Now here are the sketches, the same sketches as from Sally Applewhite. Her dress needed to change due to actors' body type needs. These sketches are now accompanied with the swatches that were used for the costumes. Due to America's rationing of dyes and textiles during the 1940s, and our program's rationing of budget now, this design was not able to have a lot of pizzazz. However, it was quite functional and appropriate for the time period. My first play at the school and as a costume manager took place in the 1940s. It was here my love of 40s and costuming and fashion began. I am delighted that my high school career has now come full circle, and I can share this final moment with you. Thank you for your time.